Oh, g'day and welcome back to another video. Nothing too crazy for you today. I did another rally event. It went perfectly. Well, mostly perfectly. But I just figured today I'd string a few clips together of what I did record from the last autocross slash sprints event. I didn't end up filming all the stuff that I did want to film on the day. Kind of messed up with recording stuff on the GoPro. That's my fault. But I got a couple of clips from, I think, two of my runs, 5 laps per run, and then it's the best lap of the day counts as your best time for the day. So we had 6 rounds, or six 5-lap runs, and it was the best one that counted. At the start of the day, the conditions were quite dry, unlike the first ever day that I did. It wasn't boggy at all. I think there'd been some drainage work done, so the back half of the track was a different silty kind of clay-based material. So that made things interesting. And then also to keep the classes a bit closer, especially with the 1600 class that I run in, the water truck was let out at the start of every run. So that would mean that the 1600 cars, which have less power, would be on a slicker track, hopefully keeping them together. That was needed because the front runners of Class A was a 150 horsepower Corolla with a 4AG 20 valve in it. There was a Pulsar 1600, and there was a Hyundai XL driven by an absolute madman, followed by a Proton Jumbuck. Me and the Charade, I was running number 5 for the day. There was also a Getz and a Lancer in my class as well. Well, I gotta say, there wasn't many laps I was actually happy with at the start of the day. Firstly, just underestimating how slick the water truck can make the track. We had a couple of sight laps in the like complete bone dry track, and then as soon as that water gets laid down, it's slippery again, and I completely forgot about it. That's my fault. But it's super fun track to run around. Like as you saw, it's a bit of a long sweep into a fast chicane, a tight right that then opens, so that makes you ditch all your speed on the entry, and then you have to power out of it. There's a bit of a left kink, and then a long right-hand corner, or a compound corner of two rights, a tight left, tight right chicane, another kind of medium right, then onto the long straight / sweeper. So after those laps, I started realizing that I could pretty much hold it flat to the floor from the last corner across the straight and then onto the sweeper. Essentially just hold it flat and just like steer into it. And the back did start coming around, and that was scary. For reference, I'm getting up to about 95 k's an hour. That's all that my little 3-cylinder is, helping me achieve. But nevertheless, it's a little bit scary, but it's tons of fun. You saw I hit a rock down the back of the course. So far, no damage. I think it hit my muffler, and that was what the big bang was. Certainly don't want to be doing that too much. And then getting a bit overzealous going into the next corner. I think you'll see in the next video I do hit 2 cones. It's kind of funny that I did get my 2 bad things on camera, but but that's enough waffle for now. I'll show you the next couple of clips. So yeah, those laps did feel a little bit quicker. Certainly not my quickest time of the day, as towards midday when it started drying out, and the tires started howling, everyone was getting a lot more grip. As soon as it reached about 11, and they stopped doing water truck runs just for one of the rounds, everyone's lap times dropped by a few seconds. So at the start of the day, I was running like a 1 minute for my opening lap, just to get a feel. That lap is basically doesn't count. And then towards the end of the day, I was doing a 53. I think I did a 53-second flat, or at least you'd have to go to like the third decimal place to find a number. Now, for reference, there was a Hyundai Getz that I was running with. Me and him are starting to become pretty good friends, and he was half a second behind me the entire day. There was one run where I didn't put down some very good laps, so he overtook me there, but by the next set, I was ahead of him. I was also about half a second behind a 2.5-liter combi-powered Volkswagen Beetle, and then overall, I'm running about a 53 or a 52 for the entire day. The quickest lap was a 47 in a stock Subaru WRX or Impreza RS or something like that, a full stock class rally car. And then second to that was the Corolla 4AGE thing in my class. So a 1600, and then I think it was followed by 4 all-wheel drive like Evos and WRXs. So pretty nuts that a little front-wheel drive Corolla is getting the second best time of the entire day. And also great to see that the 2 fastest times of the day were taken out by juniors. So the things I've learnt from this day, and I'll try and see if I can throw up some pictures, is tire pressures. So I've got pictures of the car rolling around, the back wheels off the ground, and the outside tire is almost beating off the rim. And I was running 24 psi in the front for the whole day, and varying between 28 to 24 in the rears, just to see how the back end was wanting to come out. So 24 psi is probably about as low as I can go. Well, good news, I've bought 6 of the only 8 Nankang NS2Rs in 155/65 13, straight from Taiwan. They're on a ship, they're coming. So I've got some semi-slicks to chuck on the car, a real stiff sidewall. Now everyone there runs AR1s, which was a bit confusing because it's a semi-slick on a dirt track, but I think it's because you want that contact patch. It really would help, and as the track dries out, the tires are squealing, you're seeing black marks on dirt, like, it's nuts, so hence I use them. I've also got a full set of tie rods, rack boots, the rack ends, and I've also got a sneaky little strut top mod that I'm going to be doing as well. So that should tighten up the front suspension. There is a little bit of a rumple when I turn to the right above 40 k's an hour. So I'm thinking it's the rack ends, or I may just need to get my rack rebuilt, or it's just a vibration. This is a rally car. It's going to get abused. Outside of that, it was a pretty amazing day. I recommend anybody who wants to get into motorsport to join their local club, especially dirt. I might be biased, but it's a little bit less wear and tear on everything. Like, your shocks are going to have it. You're going to have to wash the car. But it keeps the cars close together. Like, I've only got 30 horsepower and a 1 liter, and I'm keeping up with 1.6 liter cars. So I think I'm doing all right, but the dirt certainly brings the cars closer together. I think it's much for muchness whether you chew through tires, but certainly dirt is a lot slipperier. So there may be an advantage to that. So I think this is enough waffle, but it was an absolutely awesome day. If you made it this far, please consider helping out the channel. I don't really like asking, but I'm having a lot of fun sharing this stuff with you, with other people. So I want to try and keep that up as well. But cheers for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.